think if I were ever to describe myself, I would say that I've always felt like an alien. A friendly alien, though. I've always struggled with finding a place called home, moving around constantly and having to readjust to my surroundings for the 1,000th time. It took a toll on me growing up. Each time I moved, I felt like I was intruding on someone's house. I have both British and Sri Lankan nationality, but living in each country felt like I was more of a visitor who was prolonging their stay rather than an actual citizen. The more I grew, the more I struggled with balancing both cultures, and questions of what my identity was began to engulf me. And the sense of belonging began to complicate everything. But I knew I wasn't the only one feeling like this. So I reached out to those who are like me.
안녕하세요. 저는 김수진이라고 합니다.
สวัสดีค่ะ ฉันชื่อโรสชพาโร
Hello, Gomagomino Bosanagotwa.
And this is our story.
What does identity mean to me right now? A category that I fit into.
What culture you believe in, what religion, what race, what ethnicity.
Identity. Something rightfully feel like that's you, I guess.
Do I feel different being a third culture kid in my daily life? I don't know how this would, answer the question well, but I do say to myself, would things be different if I'm not a third culture kid?
These days, it's been going through my mind a lot. Being a Thai American and now that learning Korean, just like the way that I talk or like the accent, sometimes it's hard.
Strangely now, which culture do I fit in well doesn't really matter anymore.
It's like a light switch. I can switch on and off depending on where I am. If I'm with my American peers, I can be as American as they are, and if I'm within my community, I can be as cultured as they are.
Even though it's hard, I still know I'm different in a way that I'm a third kid culture. I mean, even though I'm different, there's also so many people who relate to me as a third kid culture.
Do third culture kids turn out to be people pleasers? Yes and no. I think I would say the fact that your characteristic, your personality that you are born into, how it entangles with being a third culture kid produces the output, I guess.
Within my culture, people pleasing is a very big thing where you kind of have a reputation. You look out for your reputation. Families have reputation. So, in a sense, I am a people pleaser.
Like my example, like when I'm in America, I'm like, oh, I look like a Thai kid. Like I'm not an actual American to American people. But then when I'm in Thailand, they're like, oh, this American kid. Like, oh, she looks so American.
In my teen years, I really had a hard time when I came back to Korea. I just couldn't understand people. A lot of the Korean boys and girls, they would make fun of my appearances, and that was a big no-no back in UK. And I feel like I'm a good mix of both cultures. At the same time, there are parts of those cultures that I don't understand as well. So I think I'm a pretty good mix.
Having lived in abroad for so long, I would say it's a bit confusing because I got accustomed to the American way of living as well. If I were to choose whichever country, I would choose Myanmar with the heartbeat. I would feel less confused with myself. I would feel like maybe Myanmar is my home, that I do belong there, and then maybe I could get to learn about my lineage, my ancestries and all that.
Every time when I introduce myself, I would say I'm a Thai American. Yeah, I don't really say I'm an American Thai. Yeah, just because how I say I'm more familiar with Thai cultures as I grew up with Thai cultures more.
There's a saying in Korean, ongo jishin, treasure the traditional goods, but also accept the knowledge of what is new.